Hello everyone, I'm Athyna Divine, and today I'm feeling a little vulnerable. I've been picking up on an energy today that is telling me that we're at a crossroads. We're at a crossroads. And it's a crossroads where you come to this point where you could hold on to old habits or toxic relationships or just toxic everything, you know. You can let it go or choose to continue on this path of destruction. Or you can choose to let it go and walk into the unknown, the uncertainty. And that is scary, isn't it? But just know that on the other side of fear is bliss. Yes. If you can walk towards your heart's desire boldly and fearlessly, you will be blessed. You will be blessed. You will be blessed with this feeling of bliss, excitement. You remember when you were a kid and you didn't know how to ride a bike, and it was kind of scary to think about falling on the bike, but you got up every day and you tried. And then eventually, you might have fallen even, and you may have gotten hurt, but eventually you got up the next day and you kept trying and trying and trying until you got it. And do you remember how good it felt to be learning something new as a kid and feeling proud of yourself and that feeling of growth and freedom? I miss my old bike. I went to art school. I went to Savannah College of Art Design for a couple semesters, and I had like $1,000 in the bank, and I really wanted a bike because I had no car. And so the way I would get to class is I would walk through this historic place, which was beautiful. I'm not saying that was a bad thing. I loved it. It was magical. I am so grateful I got to experience that. If you ever get a chance to visit Savannah, it's awesome. They are, they respect the arts there, and there's just a lot of history there. But I remember my roommate told me, why don't you get a bike? And I was like, I don't know, it's really expensive. It was like $500 or $600, $700, $800, I don't even know. But I had the money and I really wanted a bike. And so I remember walking by this shop and they had these old school looking bikes, and I saw this blue, it was called a beach cruiser, I think, and had these big handlebars and a banana seat and white rim wheels. And for some reason I named it Max. I gave it a name, Max. And I just remember feeling so good, having my bike, my cool bike that I loved, just riding through this awesome, beautiful town that looked like a fucking movie, and just feeling free. And this was when I was like, it was in 2006, so I don't know, I was like 18, 19, and I was still very introverted, and stuff, but I was just like, it felt so good to feel free, and just like, I could just like go visit like art museums if I wanted to, like total freedom. Just like, I miss that, going to Starbucks and just walking, having my caramel macchiato and walking through this beautiful town. It was like I was on permanent vacation. And I had to do my work, but it was all worth it. I'm really grateful that I gave that to myself, and I pushed myself out of my comfort zone, being an extreme introvert, and then coming from a small town in Georgia, and then going off to Savannah on my own. It was scary. It was the scariest thing I could do, but I did it. I did it. And I'm very grateful I did. And I miss my bike because when we moved back, I had no place to put it. And so I gave it to my roommate. Her aunt lived there in Savannah, and we would go to her house and have tea. I remember her tea had like mint in it, and she had salads with strawberries, and it was so fancy and nice. But like the gnats there would like sting the shit out of you. That like took away the niceness. But she had the nicest aunt, I remember that. But I ended up taking that bike to her aunt and to leave it with her so she could give it to my friend Heidi. And Heidi was amazing. And if I could meet her again one day, I know she is my soulmate, like one of my soulmates. I'm gonna make sure the camera's still running. And so, yeah, picking up on these energies today, like about the crossroads. Like I even heard that song, "Meet me at the crossroads, crossroads," because that's what we're at, this crossroads where we're having to choose to leave behind old toxic thought patterns. And that's where it starts. It starts in your mind. It's the thought patterns that manifest in your reality. And so we're at this point where we can say goodbye to the toxicity, okay? And so I've been on this, nostalgic, I've been in this nostalgic mindset this morning, just thinking of my past, and how I used to be is not who I am today, because I've had an ego death. My video from yesterday was about ego death. And so who I am today is not who I was in my past life. I remember there was times when I was young and I was abused. And I remember crying and crying for hours and praying to God to come and comfort me. And I remember I would cry for hours until I had a migraine. And then all of a sudden, I would just blank out. I would blank out and not remember why I was crying. And it was like I felt nothingness. But I also felt like it was like God's arms embracing me and just holding me, and I felt this peace. I went from crying and crying and feeling lost and lonely to feeling nothing at all, not remembering why I was crying, and then feeling encompassed by peace. And I felt this was God. This was God coming to me to hold me and support me and love me. And yeah. And so if you can look at your patterns in your life where you've accepted abuse, whether it be emotional abuse or physical abuse, it's because you had that as a child. And the way you coped with it is how you continue to cope with it. What am I trying to say here? I'm drawing a blank again. I'm drawing a blank. And that's okay. That means it's releasing. When you feel detached and you feel beside the pain and you no longer associate with it, that's detachment. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. That means you've moved on. But it's important to stay in your heart. Stay in your heart and know that you are worthy. Everyone on this planet is worthy of experience, peace, love, joy, freedom, and abundance. And you can put all that pain in the past, and you can choose love. You can choose to love yourself and to listen to your heart from here on out. It's your choice. Love yourself. Take care of yourself, because you only got yourself. Mother Goddess, Mother Galactic, she loves you so. She loves all of her children, and she wants to see everyone happy and enjoying their life. So follow your heart. Follow your heart. Speak your truth. Be you. Be bold. Be true.